So, hi everyone, and welcome. Today, you're going to get to know your S&C coaches. First off, if you haven't already signed up, definitely sign up to join the Elite Rugby SandC community and take your game to the next level. You can try before you buy. So we have a trial for 7 days for $7, and it gives you a taste of what we offer here at Elite Rugby SandC. So become a beast and join our community. So my name is Kieren Knockett. I am today here with Ben Knockett, and yeah, we're going to get to know each other. So Ben, can you sort of start us off by telling where you're from and a bit about yourself?
Yeah, so where am I from? Well, yeah, originally from Canberra. That's where I grew up. I spent a lot of my time. Been lucky enough to live in a couple of different places, and usually involving rugby as a reason for doing that. A bit about myself. I'm a lot older than you, and I'm your cousin. So just in case you're wondering about that, you know that. Everyone else doesn't.
Yep.
Yeah, so I've been involved with rugby for a very long time. Obviously playing, then coaching for a number of years, and we'll probably jump into that later. So yeah, how about you, Kieren? Where are you from?
I'm born and raised in Canberra as well, just like yourself. And yeah, haven't really traveled too much in my short life. I am young, but have experienced the United States for a little bit for study, and not obviously been on some holidays and stuff like that. But yeah. So when did you start playing rugby, and how long did you play rugby for?
Yeah, so sort of started playing when I was at school. So I probably didn't take rugby that seriously when I was at school, playing a few different sports. Was probably more into sort of Aussie rules for a little while, and then into league in my later part of school, and it sort of played for a club on the weekend. But played a lot of rugby for the school. As soon as I finished school, I realised a lot of mates were actually going to rugby that I really got along with. And I went down that path. It was probably more a bit of fun, but got serious after a little while, and it was the best decision I made. Joined a club after school and just kept playing rugby until my body and I no longer could play. Luckily, at the time, about 4 or 5 years after playing rugby, I decided to go to uni. I'd actually did a trade first, qualified trade, and then went to uni, which was good. I was a little bit older when I went to uni, and I was able to, have a lot of sporting sort of knowledge, and then get to apply it as I was going through uni. Yeah, so I don't know, probably about 12 years all up, I'd say.
That's a good career.
And yourself, Kieren?
So I started playing rugby when I was 9. Before that, I was a soccer player because that's what my older brother played. So you got to be like your older brother and play the same sports until a good friend showed me the game of rugby, and played for my first ever club was Uni Norths, then went on to play for Dara, and then went on to play for Tuggeranong Vikings as well, and had a good career. Probably played for around, probably 12, 13 years. And just like yourself, I had to stop, unfortunately, due to an injury, but it was a really good career, and I really enjoyed myself playing rugby. Did play rugby league for a little bit, which sort of taught me how to tackle, and also taught me how to rest more on the sidelines as well. Having that playing 15 minutes and coming off for 10 minutes was very suited to me. And yeah, definitely enjoyed that. And I did also play baseball as well. So I really think that helped me become a better rugby player, to move laterally, and also throwing really helped me as a hooker. Just knowing the mechanics behind how to throw a pitch definitely helped me throw the ball better as well, being a hooker.
So, yeah, bit better hand-eye coordination, I can imagine, as well.
Yeah, definitely. So for all those rugby players out there, definitely do other sports and activities, because it's definitely going to help your rugby career later down the track as well.
Yeah, particularly while you're young. Yeah, take the opportunity to do it while you can.
Mm. So how long have you been an S&C coach for?
Yeah, so good question. Sort of started dabbling in the late 90s, so 97, 98. As I was heading towards uni, I started assisting the club with some strength and conditioning, and I was at Vikings. And the head coach there at the time was Chris Hickey, who before being a very good rugby coach, and he obviously went on to a Super Rugby team and did the Australian under 21s, I think it was at that time. It wasn't under 20s. Was a strength and conditioning coach, so it was great to have someone like that that had been a very good strength and conditioning coach and then moved into the coaching ranks. So yeah, since 97, sort of really took off in, say, the mid 2000s. So went over to Japan in 07, 08 and a bit of 09 to work with a team there. So that was my first ever full-time gig. Interesting being, head strength and conditioning coach with a club over there where only, you got 45 players and you only speak the same language as 5 of them. It was a bit of a steep learning curve there, but it was a great experience. And I think all my time sort of through club rugby and owning a personal training business and many years of volunteering and doing strength and conditioning through club, it really helped to get to that stage. From that point, it kicked on. I went back to Vikings, had a pretty successful period of time there where we won 4 premierships in a row. Off the back of that, got given an opportunity to look after the Brumbies Academy. So I did that role from, I think, 2014 all the way to 2019 and had a stint looking after the Australian under-20s team as well. And from that point then worked with the main squad with the Brumbies. First year looking after the conditioning, second year looking after the strength and power. Now I'm just still doing strength and conditioning, but with another industry. So yeah, so out of rugby at the moment, so which is not bad. So it gives me time to put back in here.
Totally.
And yourself?
So I've been coaching since probably 6 years ago, whatever that is. So it was sort of after I finished my Cert 3 and Cert 4 as being a personal trainer. For diploma fitness, you had to do an internship. So that's where my coaching really started at Brumbies with yourself and many other great coaches that I got to work with. And ever since then, it's been a really cool journey to be able to work with from literally the under 13s all the way up to the senior academy and to the Brumbies women as well. To be a part of that inaugural squad was really cool. And then my last 3 years been with West Rugby here in Canberra, and being in a head position was a very big eye-opening for me, being in charge of first, seconds, Colts, and also the women's. Really had to know what I was doing, and my coaching also developed a lot over those 3 years. And I think where I am now, I'm a much better coach than what I was 3 years ago. And I see the game differently, and just being able to help all different kinds of athletes as well, not just the ones who want to make it in Super Rugby, but the ones who just want to play week in and week out for fun. And that was really cool to be able to add years onto their playing career and making them available every single week as well was really cool. And yeah, I've been coaching for the last 6 years, and it's been a really challenging 6 years, but it's been really fun as well.
It's great that you mentioned that some of the key things that you can do, like in club, is actually get people available and get them to enjoy the sport that they love. And a lot of the things at that level are basic, making them really physically robust and actually workload management. And if you can get them through a good preseason, it sets up their season quite well, which is really important. I know at the professional level, we're always trying to get them right intensity and volume so that they can get through a season. But if you can motivate people in club land to do that, like the better intensity club is, the higher intensity professional rugby is. So the more that you're helping out at club level, the more you actually help the elite end as well, because you're increasing how good a competition is.
Yeah, totally. And I'd also say, like, sort of adding on to that is you're also helping those players who thought they might not get a shot at first grade again, and then you actually help them get first grade back and playing at that high level. And I think that's very rewarding as a coach, just to see those players who are at the sort of later stages of their career and like, oh, I might not be able to play that high level, but you introduce them to a really sound structured program, and then they hit another level and can go back to playing at that high level as well. I think that's a really cool thing that I have gotten to see in the last 3 years as well.
Yeah, it's more enjoyable sometimes being a coach
Yeah.
than your own career. You're getting to help multiple people and probably achieve things that they didn't want to verbally say that they didn't have the confidence to do. But if you can, like I said, give a physically sound, structured program, it's amazing what people can achieve. And also sometimes it's giving people that have had injuries before that haven't been able to train for a couple of years and give them good training. It's amazing what they can achieve.
Totally. So what was the main reason that you became a coach?
Yeah, interesting. I naturally fell into it. I think I can remember I had a decision to make when I was going into uni. So I did like a bridging course in the evening because I did a trade and I just wanted to make sure that I was capable of doing that. And at the end of that time, you get a rating. And I was actually tossing up between PE teaching at that time and then just my experience with the rugby club and doing strength and conditioning. I just went, you know what, I'm really enjoying helping out with the club, doing helping with the physical side of things. I think I'll chase that. So I did a sports coaching degree, which is like a sports science degree, but it's a real heavy emphasis on how you coach, not just the sports science at that time. It's absolutely fantastic. And I was lucky doing what you have done over the last few years. I was getting to be the head strength and conditioning coach with a club team, and a very good club team too, that their motto was whatever it takes. So getting to apply that, and I just naturally enjoyed it. Like I'd always gone to the gym. I did athletics when I was younger. I played rugby. It seemed to fall into it, and I was just lucky and just took it with both hands, and I've really enjoyed it. So, but I've also not been afraid of doing other things as well. Like who I am as a person isn't a strength and conditioning coach. It's something that I'm passionate and enjoy doing. So that made me probably a bit more relaxed and able to see broadly rather than just chase it like a crazy person as well, if you know what I mean there.
Totally.
Yeah. And how about you? How did you get into it?
Yeah.
Before you go, I can remember helping out with the Brumbies Academy when I came back from Japan, and there you were, winning the junior academy, and I had to run you through a few sessions. I'm not sure you remember that.
I do remember that day because I didn't know who you were until Mum told me after the session, hey, that's actually your cousin, because we had the same last name, and I was like, same last name. Surely that's a coincidence. Or you're actually my cousin. So. But
it was a good little conversation we had afterwards.
You had more hair back then as well. or was it me? Or was it me? Who knows? I became a coach because sort of the back end of my career, I had a toe injury, so I had to stop, and it just sort of helped me connect and stay with the game, and stayed with my teammates as well, and the people who I played with. I was able to coach them as well, and I guess it came naturally as well because I always was really into going to the gym when I was really young, and just understanding different types of workouts and helping people understand the workouts and design something for us as the rugby boys as we were back then. And I was really fascinated into, well, how did we actually get stronger over the preseason, and how can we then apply that into the in-season? And it really wasn't until I was at Vikings under your guidance that I was able to say, hey, I could actually do something with this, and sort of comes back to you inspiring me to be a coach, and then guiding me along the way to become a better coach and help me with my journey. So I became a coach because I was inspired by you and just wanted to stay close to the game, but also help other athletes from different sports to be able to be strong, physical, and powerful, just like rugby players, but obviously tailored to their sport as well. So yeah.
Yeah. Oh, thanks for that. And I know that it's not just me. You've got really good connections with a lot of strength and conditioning coaches, and you definitely leave no stone unturned with how much education you've done, and the fact that you went over to the US to actually explore some different options as well. So I'm glad that that's what rugby's about. Whether you're helping people out through their rugby career or the different careers, and you just making sure that people have a good journey through life and stay connected to the game. And like I absolutely love watching rugby. I'm still a rugby nerd, to be honest. So yeah, it's great to share something with you, like strength and conditioning and rugby nerds. It's fantastic.
Yeah, totally. So what does Elite Rugby SandC mean to you?
Yeah, well, for me, it's an opportunity for me to give back to the game and really share a lot of what I've learned through my journey as a strength and conditioning coach, and being able to coaching thousands of rugby players at this stage now, and the chance to give people an opportunity to physically develop and learn also mentally challenge themselves to be better, so that they can reach any level of rugby that they want. And they might not have strength and conditioning resources there for them. It's an opportunity to really give back, and not only the players but the coaches and the developing strength and conditioning coaches. I just really want to give back and create really good connections with people, and make sure that there's some good quality information out there that's just not just for Instagram or ego driven or just purely science. It's really practical and applied, and things that have done over many years that have made a difference, and give a view of a coach with a lot of experience. So how about you? What do you feel Elite Rugby SandC is?
Totally agree with everything you just said, and I think it means to me being able to help more athletes around the world, not just here in Australia. It's allowing them to have access to an SandC program, just like you said, and it's not something that's going to go out of style or anything, or it's not a fab or anything. It's just purely based on both of our experiences of what has worked and what has helped our athletes achieve their goals and become better versions of themselves and better players as well. So it's drawing off that experience to say, hey, this product that we actually have is really good. Let's share it to a lot more rugby athletes so they can have the best career that they can have. Hopefully push up the ranks if that's what they want to, or just want to continue playing the game they love as well. So yeah.
Yeah, exactly. Giving back to the game, and I like the fact that it's about sharing what we have, and it's not being fads. It's actually being genuine. And look, I want to give back as much information as I can through this platform as well. Like you, it's it's not just all about a product we have. It's about genuine connection and wanting people to develop. And the information that we'll be putting on YouTube will be accessible for anyone all the time. And if people are happy with that, they can jump on board and actually get some really well-designed training programs.
Totally. So do you have any final burning questions to ask before we wrap this stuff up?
Do you think if you were faster, you would have been a back, or would you have stayed being a forward?
I was actually the best kicker in my team, if anyone can believe this, up until probably first 15, when the coach Daniel Hooper didn't want a forward kicking. So I could think of myself being a back, if I was faster. Where I would fit on that back line, I would not know, but I would fit somewhere. But
be a big centre, maybe in French second division.
Yeah, maybe 12, 13. But I do like the forwards, where the ones who carry the ball up, do all the hard yards, so the backs can look pretty out there and score the tries, But yeah, being a faster version of a prop or a hooker would have been nice. Could have been the first Taniela Tupou before he was a fab, a craze. So who knows what could have happened.
I'll give you an opportunity to take that back. I don't think you would have.
Yeah, probably not.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, brilliant.
Awesome.
Yeah.
So
My thing with the wrap it up. Sorry, just before you do that. look, we're going to put this on YouTube. Jump on, subscribe as well, and enjoy it. We're going to put some quality information out. So
Yeah,
a little bit of banter occasionally.
Yes, definitely. So definitely subscribe to our YouTube channel, guys. Also follow us on Instagram. If you haven't already, definitely join our community and become a beast. Like I said before, we have a 7-day trial, so definitely jump on board and follow the link for that. But thank you, Ben, for tuning in, and thank you for everyone for listening and watching this video as well. Take care, and remember, become a beast.
Okay. Catch you soon, Kez, and everyone else.